Hey Sagittarius, welcome to Germinate Tarot. I'm coming off a family funeral, so this one's going to be from the 15th to the end of June, just so we make sure everyone's covered, because life's sort of like, oh, you've seen nothing yet, hold my beer. So just to make sure we have everything done and wrapped up under wraps. Like we're keeping a secret. No, we're doing this, Sag. We're starting off with Gypsy Witch 15th to the 30th. 1, 2, 3. All right. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, okay, Saggy. So you have heart, garden, pig, scythe. Something has to give. And I'm getting that there's the heart, which is like, I call them no shit cards. There's emotion and all sorts of stuff there. I think this garden it can be social gathering, but can also be about things being revealed, things coming to light. And normally I would be like, garden is, it's a party. It's nice. It's growing. It's not like the book where it's like secrets. It's like, no, it's like someone being like, no, here, but here's where the piggy comes out. The pig, it can be kind of two things. There can be the ego, where you're just kind of like brutish, like, I knew you loved me. Like, reacting like, yeah, who doesn't? Hi, I'm Sagittarius, duh. Or there's this, how like a pig is just happy with what's in front of it. And it's kind of like, well, the food shows up at X amount of time. The farmer comes out and feeds me. This trough is always full and I have all this mud to roll around in. It's like complacency. That needs to be like, it's time to cut it out, make the change, make a decision. It wants to go right to the side. I'm like, well, what are we talking about? Okay, well, the key, oh my gosh, the coffin has been coming out for a lot of people. So the key to cutting all this jazz out is the coffin, which means there's a hard decision to do what's right, because here's the metal. It's about, I almost get like buckling down, like it's time to do the right thing the right way. Cut out maybe there's shenanigans. We'll find out if there's shenanigans. So what is this park? What is the kind of stuff that's going to be coming out? Oh, okay. So, yeah. The handshake can be some kind of mutual agreement. Maybe people are coming together on good terms. A meeting about what? What are we meeting up with? Well, here's the clover. Yeah, so it's almost, I don't want to say fated. Fated is like, it's just too heavy for me. This, for such a short time frame. It's almost like right place, right time kind of thing. And if this does lead to the social gatherings, maybe you are meeting up with or rubbing up against somebody. Yeah. So there's the tree, though. I think whatever this is ongoing, long-standing, long-term. I don't get so much the stable aspect of it, but I feel like it's been long time coming. So what is this pig about? Okay, so here's the rose. There's more opening up and blossoming, and just, more of like a healthy type situation. But then here's the dog with the letter. So maybe someone is coming out to you about their loyalty, their friendship, their trust. And, there's a lot about doing things the right way, though. So I don't know if maybe there's a lot of fling stuff going on, or there's a lot of like emotions going on somewhere else, but that get a real like, no, something needs to be done and over. And like, here's where my focus is. Here's where my loyalty is. So what is this medal about? The medal is about children and new beginnings, because what happens, you have to cut stuff out to make a new beginning. And here's the fish. This is about putting the work in and the time and the energy. And this is also about deep emotions as well. So this is almost like, I want to say like renewing something, and you're cutting out this kind of complacent, ego-driven. I'm not saying Sag is ego-driven, but whoever you're dealing with could have been real like, well, it's good enough, right? And you're like, no, it's not. I can be loyal, as the day is long, but I need like stability and, good offers and stable offers. And, what's in front of me is not good enough. So it's almost like that reboot that happens where you're like, no, I'm putting an end to that kind of junk, going about things the right way. Here's the children and the emotions. I get to start over. I do want to know what this heart's about. So what is this passion heart business about? That was too many. Just give me one, guys. Well, here's the moon. It's intuition. It's like if you're not the one that knows that someone loves you, it's like they already know that they love you. And then that garden is the coming out part. And it's like it's almost like you can't avoid it, because it has been a long time coming with this tree and clover. But you have to be like, no, we're not doing this way. We're not going about it that way again. So, like I said, it's a reboot, a redo, if you will. Moving on to the Rider-Waite. We just need a little tried and true action here. 1. Ooh. 2. Come on, Sagittarius. 3. No, I won't. I want just. I want 2 more. Sagittarius, 15th to the end of June. What are we talking about? Oh, we've got jumpers. No, it was like, no, here's your reading with, give me an outcome. Oh, hi. Yeah. I don't want to say the end is nigh in a bad way, but it's like there's a new cycle. There's a new kickstart. BT dubs, you have 2 8s together, which is that like malcontent phase where it's like the 5s, it's like the middle road where you're like really restless and fighting and stuff. And the 8s is like, you just need to be done with stuff. And you're like, I can't with this right now. And then the 9s is where you do get to pull back, and the 10s is where you're done. Well, you're still at like that 8, like, like that's what I get is the, because you have the 8 of Swords with the 8 of Cups, which is you feel bound to something, but it's like if you took that blindfold off or you took those, ropes off, you could totally walk out of Dodge and be fine with it. And you realize that. So you're like, you know what? I'm getting out of Dodge. And I think this is your scythe moment. This is your, Ginsu, cut it off, cut it out kind of time. Because once you do get to be like, nope, like I have all these feels, but I'm hitting the bricks still. And then you have the star. It can be Aquarius, but I'm getting more of the whole, the situation of, it's the healing part. And through that healing, you do get what you want. And then with the World card, you get to have the kickstart and the start over. Yeah, so here's the page with the 10 behind it, with the 10 of Wands. So it's about put it down. Put it down. Drop it like it's hot. And then you get to have this creative new beginning and move on. You know what? I was like, do I shuffle? Do I not shuffle? No, it wants to shuffle. I want to do on the, which way are we going to go? It wants star. It wants star first. So what is this next thing that like you get to do afterwards. 1, 2. All right. Tis. There's the 10 of Wands again. Put it down. Drop. Okay. You literally saw me shuffle. Yeah, so how do you get to your healing? Drop it like it's hot. Put it down. You get to start over. And the world doesn't want to shuffle. Yeah, so 3 of Wands is like this holding pattern, waiting for stuff to, waiting for these ships to come in. And, it's like, that you're going to get to the other side of this. And that's why you're defending it. And you're like, no, I'm getting to the other side. End of story. I want one more on that. And there's the Queen of Pentacles. She has been like the bomb in Sagittarius readings. This is about being grounded and having it together. And then here's the Knight of Wands. After you get all this emotion and mojo together and you're grounded and you're stable, then you get to move. Just one on the 8. Yeah, so the 7 of Pentacles, even though you're like peacing out, you're still like half waiting for whatever it is to come back around. Well, no, drop it like it's hot, get out of Dodge, let the cycle turn. Yeah, because you feel bound and obligated to, family ties and family stuff, because there's the 10 of Pentacles, and you really, and if it's not family stuff, you really are worried about stability. And where is that going to come from? Well, whatever situation you're in, it ain't going to come from there. And even if they come to you with an offer and they're like, but I love you. It's like, okay, well, that was great. You could have told me X amount of months ago and we could have avoided a lot of this bullshit. And me feeling like, oh, I don't know what to do. And then you still are somehow waiting. It's like movement waiting. Well, you know what? Just all movement, because the world, that's like the divine timing. It's going to happen and flip over regardless. So it's kind of like get ahead of the curve and prep for it now. Just prep for it. That's it. Just kind of get your head straight, clear out the junk that doesn't serve you, and just, stay solid, stay grounded in your power, like Queen of Pentacles. So I do want to see what the crystal deck has to say. All right. I'm just going to note what they are. It was opal, dambarite, kyanite, and tourmaline. That's an awful lot of stones, Sagittarius. You're going to be carrying a very heavy little mojo bag with all the stones. Are you building something? No, I'm just spiritually fortifying myself. Oh, it's so funny because Sugilite is coming out for everyone. It's initiating, cleansing, and spontaneity, which is declutter your mental environment and all that is unnecessary and negative. How can you invite openness and growth into your life? Yep. So, heal it up. I do want one more. Funny thing is, whatever this change is, it's almost like you're not busted up about it. Because the star, I get the healing thing, but it's almost like you wanted this. Like you want just a clean slate because you're done with it. So we have chrysoprase. I can't say it, but it's pretty and it's green. And then we have muscovite. And the chrysoprase, I'm just mumbling it at this point, is nature, calming, accepting, universal. And this is about look at your motivations and actions. Are you driven by higher ideals? Or are you bogged down by egocentric, thoughtless behavior that satisfies the here and now and not the greater good? Remember Mr. Piggy? Yeah. So don't take what's in front of you anymore. Like, don't be complacent. It's time for a shakeup. Shake up, baby. So muscovite is a time to step outside yourself and see yourself and your situation clearly. Do you live life with conscious reflection of your actions and motivations? If not, it's time to listen, absorb, and reflect. Yeah. So, all right, Sagittarius, I think closing out this month is going to be a good time, a good transition. You got this. All right, Sagittarius, we'll be talking to you for July. And until then, you be well.